So I don't like Ed. I did an interview and they asked if there's anybody we don't like or I don't like, and I said, yes, Ed. I loathe him because he treats women like and said that I'm a bottom feeder and I'm the lowest of the low. I don't think so.
I mean, listen, she's not lying. The way Ed treats women is absolutely disgusting and despicable. So she's not lying one bit. But of course, Ed is going to respond. And of course, his response is going to be something absolutely unnecessary and degraded. So to obviously insult her and say that she's the bottom of blah, 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 I can understand why that would make her dislike him even more. But the fact that Ed doesn't seem to fathom that is such an Ed thing to do.
Don't even. I did not call you a name. I've never made fun of you. I said I don't like you because of how you treat women. I will not keep my mouth shut, but don't call me a bottom feeder.
You don't even own what you said to me. You
I am looking at you telling you I don't like you.
Either.
He's telling me I'm not owning stuff.
You don't know who I am.
Ed, you literally just said you don't like me.
You have
so
no
I
right.
just don't speak about
She doesn't know who I am.
I don't know why she would care to want to know who you are. Oh, yeah, because she made a comment about you, right? Oh, yeah, the comment was that bad. Literally, she made a comment based on what she saw. Like, listen, every single one of us make a comment on these people based on what we see online and what we see on screen. We're entitled to it. Case closed. Ed can't handle the fact that there's a cast member who was honest about disliking him. Ed, not everybody needs to like you. And trust me, most people don't like you because, well, because you're you.
Loathe you.
So what we see?
He said in the bank, we were all coming together. You are trying to preach to us. And he also said that you must make your husband's life very miserable.
You know what though, Ed? Whether or not Loren does make her husband's life miserable or not, that's not relevant to you because you need to focus on the fact that you could not make Liz happy, nor could you make your baby mom happy, your ex-wife happy, and nor will you ever be able to make any woman happy because you're too opinionated on women in a negative way. So it's crazy how he can't focus on being positive regarding, you know, himself. But he wants to sit there and, you know, be negative towards other people's relationships. It's interesting because I'm going to spice up a little bit. The way he said, you don't know me or judge me based on what you see, well, you don't know them to judge them based on what they and what you see. How about that? How about that, Ed? How about you use your own shtick to yourself? Let's continue.
Hey, Ed, I think you are a bully. I think you are not nice to people. I think you're not nice to women.
Now, just to give you a little bit of background to this scene right here, Ed complained about how she says these things, but not to his face. When she said it to his face, literally when they were getting makeup. And in this point here, she's doing it again to make a point to him that she's not afraid to tell him how she feels. And that is why she's up there saying, this is who you are and this is how I feel. Ed, of course, can't handle it. So what does he do? Well, yeah, let's listen.
And that's it.
You critique men, you attack me, you attacked Gino all day yesterday, and about women. I'm gonna speak the truth. And I don't always think about what I say, but this is who I am.
I think you're projecting yourself.
I don't always think about who I am, but this is who I am. That sounds like an excuse. You cannot say because you don't think about X, Y, Z, that is good enough reason for you to talk the way you talk to other people. That is poor behavior. That is ugly behavior. That is unacceptable. The way Ed thinks is that it's okay. He generally thinks that it's okay for him to be walking around on this earth, disrespecting people and talking to people like absolute garbage just because it's the way he is. No, there's something called working on yourself. There's something called fixing yourself. Listen, Ed, you need to go back to the last resort, but not on TV, thank God. And you need to go back to the therapist and ask them to put you back in your little deep sleeps so you can talk about you being a freaking leprechaun again and how being a leprechaun made you feel like this, and that. When in reality, all those things that you said that you felt, you came out and you used none of it. Psst. A leprechaun, you know. You know, from my recollection, there's only one type of evil leprechaun in this world, and that person goes by the name of Rumpelstiltskin. What a character. If you've seen Once Upon a Time, Rumpelstiltskin is the GOAT. But you are far worse than Rumpelstiltskin, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, because goddamn, you take no accountability for anything that you say. You think everything that you say is acceptable. Rumpelstiltskin may trick you, but once he knows he tricked you, he will admit it. You will still divert. You get the picture. Let's continue.
No.
You are the lowest of the low right now.
You're not grasping reality. You're the one that started
Okay, that's it. Cut it off, both of you. Enough.
Are you kidding
You
me?
don't like each other. That's it. Enough.
I respect the fact that Alex decided to tame it down. But at first, I was like, man, listen, you need to, don't let this man talk to a woman like this. You know what I'm saying? So Alex did, shut down the conversation quite respectfully and in a very cordial way. And you know what? That's all he needed to do. So it's a good thing that he did that, because I tell you this now, there's a lot of men that would have got up in Ed's face. And to be fair, some of the confrontations that we saw with Ed and Liz's new man were definitely looking a little bit spicy. It looked like he was ready to do some madness to Ed. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, with that being said, though, at the end of the day, I like the fact that Ed was obviously put in his place, or at least Loren was trying to put him in his place, despite the fact that Ed was still being Ed. And at the end of the day, it is so sad that Ed and Angela get away with the way they are on the show, because, but I will say this though, Loren was more than happy to continuously keep confronting him. Why can't no one continue to confront Angela? This is why, and I hate to say it, we need Yara on this day, but Yara is the only person that I remember that will continue to still confront Angela, to be honest with you. Maybe baby girl Lisa would have been the other person. Subjective. I don't know about that one. She probably still would have caved in and let Angela do her madness, to be fair. She's a racist. Subjective. Nonetheless, though, let me know your thoughts. Let me know your opinions. We can talk about it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course, peace.